What's up, guys? So today I got credentialed at the Pentagon. The old mainstream media is gone. And by the way, not because the DOW kicked them out because they didn't like their reporting. They voluntarily left the Pentagon. They voluntarily forfeited their own credentials. And so now the new mainstream media has taken over the Pentagon press corps. So today I got credentialed, and Lance and I are now credentialed members of the Pentagon press corps. Should wait till people arrive? Yeah, I should wait till people arrive. Make sure to like the live, guys, while we wait. Get some likes in the live. By the way, the mainstream media is melting down right now. Like, they are freaking out on Twitter. They are so upset. They're so upset because they don't have permanent Pentagon credentials anymore. That's why they're upset. And by the way, they gave them up. Thank you, thank you. 262 people in here. Yeah, so that's the deal. We are the new mainstream media. The mainstream media, the Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, they no longer have credentials at the Pentagon. It is instead organizations like Real America's Voice, Turning Point Frontlines, etc., and independent journalists like myself that now have credentials at the Pentagon. As of today. Today's the first day. Congrats, thank you, I appreciate it. We official. So I just have to find out if I can live stream press briefings, and if I can live stream press briefings, then and I think I should be able to. I don't see much conflict with it. Then we'll be live from the Pentagon press briefing room, and we'll do it on my good camera. It won't be on my cell phone. I just ordered the this IRL Stream Bag V7, I think it's called, which has like inbuilt internet in it. So I can hook that up to my computer, or to my camera, my good camera, and my Lumix, and then we can just stream, and it will just look like a news report. We're proud of you. Thank you so much. But yeah, the mainstream media is melting down. And I have it on good authority that they were desperately trying to get back into the Pentagon today. Farrell Cody Campbell, thank you for the $10 super chat. Like I stated on your post, this is the most deserved for you, brother. Thank you so much. This is for the lies of over 2 decades by the Washington Post. We the people in America support you, Cam. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate it a lot. The Lumix is a good camera. Yeah, it's a Lumix S5 Mark II, so it's got really good quality. I've got a nice 24 to 70 millimeter Sigma lens on it. I'm working on getting a Sony FX3 with a 24 to 70. So we'll just move this way. You've definitely come a long way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can see Lance in the background.
Can you?
Yeah,
no,
kind of.
You can't. There's no way.
You can.
I'm just chilling here.
Yeah, you can. Lance is in bed back there. Yeah. So let's look through what's going on Twitter. There's a lot of talk about, I'm not a real journalist and I shouldn't be there. I'm not a real journalist. Like, okay, well, You know, the people who said that, it's like, well, where's first of all, where's your Pentagon credentials?
No way you just did. What color is your Bugatti thing?
No, I did. Yeah, what color is your press credential? And also, they say, oh, well, you don't have a journalism degree, and it's true. I'm a college dropout, but what does that say about the people who do have college degrees that, you know, they're not there anymore, and I am? What does that say about you? So, oh, hold up. Secretary Hegseth tweeted something. Let's see what it was. Oh, maybe it was an old tweet. Okay, let's see what's melting down on Twitter. I can't show you guys my computer screen because I don't have my whole setup here right now, but I can show you guys some pictures actually. Oh, and I'm gonna be posting articles now that I'm taking over the Washington Post's workload. I'm gonna be posting articles on Substack, so check me out on Substack. The link to my Substack is on my Twitter, so go find it there at Cam Higby. Let's see, we got a super chat. Sherry Bertrand, so happy for you. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, much appreciated. Show us the cope. Okay, one second. Let me show you some photos real quick. So here's me at my new desk. The former Bloomberg desk, now mine. Hey, WKG Womanit, thank you for the $50 super chat. I appreciate it a lot. Here's me at the podium. Here's me and Lance at our new desk. Like I said, former Bloomberg desk. Now, initially, I thought it was the Washington Post desk, and they're coping so hard that they're saying this is my first misreported story, that it's not actually the Washington Post desk. We were told it was a Washington Post desk, and apparently it was possibly the Bloomberg desk. We don't care. The point is that we're there, and they're not. So we thank the mainstream media for self-deporting from the Pentagon. And removing themselves from the premises voluntarily so that we could take over for them. So thank you for leaving and giving me a new job. Burke9497, thank you for $20 super chat. You're the smartest college dropout I know. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. So let's see what else, what else is going on here. I find it interesting. Tara Kopp, let's make it very clear, former Washington Post Pentagon press secretary, because she's no longer a credentialed member of the Pentagon press corps. Hold up, we got a $100 super chat from JD Delay. Thanks, bro. JD Delay is in the house. The mainstream media has not been real journalists in decades. We are the media now. Let's go, Cam. We are the mainstream. That is a fact. Let's get shout outs for JD Delay. If you're not following JD Delay already, make sure to sub to him. Teaching25, thank you for the $10 super chat. Great job. You deserve it. Thank you for everything you do. Praying for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. So anyway, as I was saying, Tara Kopp, let's be very clear, former Washington Post Pentagon correspondent, because she no longer is a permanently credentialed member of the Pentagon press corps because she voluntarily self-deported from the building. Still has in her bio at Washington Post Pentagon correspondent. So I of course, went ahead and asked her. It's mirrored, so you guys can't read it. But I said, "Hi Tara, are you going to change your bio? I wouldn't want somebody to mistake you for a Pentagon correspondent. That would just be inaccurate, because she's calling me out for inaccurately claiming that I was at the Washington Post desk when it apparently is a Bloomberg desk, despite the fact that I was told it was Washington Post desk. Who cares? It's a non-story. It's not a story. They're saying I'm misreporting my first story, and I issued a correction on my first story. It's not a story, guys. It's a meme. It's actually just a meme. So it's not a story. We've got the Reuters, former Reuters correspondent, who also has Pentagon correspondent still in his bio for some reason, despite the fact that he no longer works there. He said, Pentagon press corps. And I made sure to go ahead and correct him with, that's actually the former Pentagon press corps, because he's recirculating that photo now. We are the new mainstream. We're the new Pentagon press corps. But I mean, they're just melting down. It's everywhere. I mean, it's all over Twitter. They're going especially hard for Laura Loomer. It's crazy. Let's see what else we got going on. I bet I can just go on my Explore page and find some stuff about myself. Let's look in the replies of my tweet. Let's see what they're saying. It's a big day, guys. It's huge. And make sure to go follow me on Substack, or subscribe to me on Substack. The link to that's on my Twitter, CAMHIGBY. We're going to blow that thing up. I'm going to start writing articles now that I've taken over the Washington Post workload for them. Since they so humbly gave me their job. So go ahead and check me out on Substack. We'll be posting there pretty frequently. Let's just check their. Oh, they left behind a box of masks. The old fake news mob. Never Remore 35.9. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Congratulations. I don't know anyone that's more deserving. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the kind words. Let's just take a look at these replies. My phone is glitching out. Oh, come on. What the heck? Oh, and by the way, like I discovered, I talked to a couple of people, some reliable sources, who informed me of the actual reason that all these people walked out of the Pentagon, by the way. They'll tell you, like the Washington Post published an article today about us taking over the Pentagon press corps. And one second, guys, sorry. Yeah, so the Washington Post published an article about us taking over the Pentagon press corps, and they freaked out and got all upset, and they wrote that the terms of the new agreement were that we're not allowed to publish information without the government's approval. So we would need approval for every story we publish, for every piece of content we publish. That's what they're accusing us of, which is not true. We don't need, I specifically asked this question. I read the Washington Post article this morning, and I saw that and wanted to verify if it was true, so I asked. And it's not true. Obviously, it's misinformation, it's false, it's fake, which makes you wonder how many other of the Washington Post's anonymous sources are invalid or inaccurate, misinformation, maybe just completely made up. It's not true. What we can't do is solicit classified information, which is apparently what they were trying to do, walking around and asking for information that they're not allowed to know as civilian journalists that do not have security clearances. Another thing that they were doing, and this seems to be the major reason why they decided to not, continue being members of the White House press corps. Because remember, this was a voluntary self-deportation from the Pentagon. They voluntarily decided to no longer be members of the Pentagon press corps. Another reason that they did this was because apparently they would just go on the floor of the Pentagon where all the offices are. Apparently there was basically no restrictions for them, according to the source that I have. Apparently there were just very few or very little minimal restrictions for where they could move about inside the Pentagon, how they could move about the Pentagon, and their ID badges did not identify them as press. So an employee of the DOW, the Department of War, would just not be able to tell that they're a journalist. They would just appear as anybody else who walks around the Pentagon, and they would harass those people and ambush them. Just people walking in and out of their offices inside the Pentagon, and it makes it difficult to get work done. It creates a hostile work environment, and so they couldn't continue allowing that. It's the Pentagon. It's not the House of Representatives. You're not able to just have free roam of the Pentagon. You have to be in specific areas that are designated to you unless you have an escort to take you somewhere else in the building. It's a military site. Right, so those are the new rules that they're upset about that apply to us, because we had to sign the same agreement that they got upset about and decided to leave the Pentagon press corps over. So a big part of that agreement was that they're not allowed to go anywhere they want within the Pentagon, basically to minimize that hostile work environment that they were creating, where they were just ambushing random staffers who walked out of offices. And those people couldn't identify them as press, so they would ask them questions, and all of a sudden now you're being ambushed by a journalist whom you had no idea was a journalist. I'm just gonna read a super chat real quick. We've got 2 of them. Steel Fang, thank you for the $20 super chat. Congrats on the dunk. Don't let it get to your head. Do good work and make us proud. I will, don't worry. $5 super chat from Metalsmith Oz. Thank you so much. Okay, Cam, now that you're on this inside, let's see them UFOs. That's funny. Don Redman, thank you for the $20 super chat. Congrats, Cam. Keeping us all in the know. You rock, you bet. Of course. So that's what happened. 1 second. Yeah, so that's what happened there. Is they were mad that they had some rules slapped on them, and so they decided to leave the Pentagon and no longer be members of the press corps. So let's check out some of these replies on some of my tweets because they're pretty funny. Pisco, who's a good friend of Destiny, I used to debate Destiny and Pisco all the time. He's like a irrelevant Twitch streamer guy, not terribly intelligent. He decided to reply to my tweet about becoming a member of the Pentagon press corps by saying this. Let me just find it real quick. I just had it, but I accidentally backed out of it. This is what he said. Not really that huge of an accomplishment when you just uncritically parrot the administration and never criticize Trump. Well, I see a whole lot of criticism of the previous administration coming from Pisco. I know because I debated him repeatedly while the last administration was in office. There wasn't a whole lot of criticism there. And on top of that, not a huge accomplishment. Again, what color is your Pentagon press badge? I think it's a pretty big accomplishment. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think it's one of the coolest things I've done. Don Redman, thank you for the $20 super chat. Congrats, Cam. Keeping us all in the know. You rock. I think I already read that one, but I thought it was new. Let's see. We got some other funny ones. We've got the Inch Lawyer Man just saying, classic. Fuck you. Good one. Good one. Good one. There's not too much. I mean, they're just saying your propaganda. That's pretty much it. I think Lance fell asleep. I can hear him snoring back there. Yeah, he's totally passed out. They're calling me a DEI hire, which I assure you is not the case. I worked my ass off to get where I'm at. I'm definitely not a DEI hire. And by the way, I didn't have to have a multi-billion-dollar media empire behind me in order to get here. So I think that says something about me. I think I'm actually the opposite of a DEI hire. I actually went from being homeless to having an office or a cubicle in the Pentagon. I went from being homeless to sitting across the table from the president and having a conversation with him. Yeah, I went from being homeless to meeting with congressmen, senior officials, world leaders, presidents. Yeah. So, yeah. DEI hire? I don't think so. I worked my ass off to get here. Somebody said, why did they give you such a small desk? It's same size as everybody else's desk. We actually have a little bit bigger of a desk because it's for Lance and I. We share the Fearless desk, the Fearless Media desk. A lot of positivity. It says a lot of positivity in here. A lot of people are saying it means America's a joke. Like I basically said, you know, you can call me a fake journalist because I don't have a journalism degree, but what does that say about the people who have journalism degrees when I'm the one replacing them? And they're saying, oh, it means America is a joke. They're also saying that it means they have ethical standards. They have ethical standards because they use unsubstantiated anonymous sources with no evidence. Really? Okay, whatever, go off. They pass it off as absolute, unequivocally proven truth, despite having no evidence for their claims. So I don't think that's the case either. People are saying it means I'll go to the Hague. I'm a journalist again. I'm not paid by the government to be there. The government doesn't pay me. I'm not an employee. I don't have, again, a giant corporate media empire with billions of dollars behind me. I got there myself. So yeah, I don't think I'll be in The Hague. Again, my messaging doesn't need to be approved by the Department of War, unless it's like sensitive classified information, which wouldn't get shared anyway. We're not allowed to share that kind of information. We're not allowed to look at that kind of information. So the only time I would need to confer with them is asking them, is this information allowed to be shared or not? Is this on the record or off the record? Roku, thank you for $2 super chat. Huge accomplishment. Be very proud. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't think I'll be at The Hague for having opinions. Yeah, so that's the deal. I'll take some questions if you guys want to ask some questions. Steel Fang, thank you for another $20 super chat. You are a DEI hire. They need someone who is awesome. So true. So real. You need to take Jake with you. Well, I can't take anybody who's not credentialed into the Pentagon, so. Will you be moving? I will not be moving. I will fly to DC when I need to go to the Pentagon, and yeah. Over, under timeline till you get corrupted? 0. There's no, I'm not gonna get corrupted. I'm adherent to, you know, I don't, at this point, I don't even have editors to report to, unless I'm like contracting for Turning Point, right? And in that case, I don't even publish the work. I create the work and send it to them, and then they publish it. But most of the work I do, you know, if it's here on this channel, or if it's on my Twitter, it's my work. It's not, you know, like I don't post the work I do for Turning Point, they post it. It doesn't get posted on my channels at all. And I haven't contracted for them in a while. I work for you guys. You guys are the people I report to. Colleen, thank you for the $10 super chat. Congratulations, Cam. Thank you for all you do to show what's really going on here. Thank you so much. John Much, thank you for the $5 super chat. And thank you for all the contributions to my Amazon wish list. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You're a warrior of God and thus in the right place at the right time. Pray always, Cam. You are always talking with and talking to Father God. Thank you so much. I can ask about some UAPs. I don't know if they'll give me anything. I mean, the most I can do is ask, but they're not going to give me anything. They're not going to give me anything unless they're ready to release it. What type of news will you be reporting on at the Pentagon? I mean, anything related to the military, anything related to the Department of War, basically. Any developments from there? Cam, I'm unsubbing Real Talk. I could buy everything you got donated by these ass clowns, but you can't read me. The chat moves fast. What were you saying? Let me remember your name. Get Lost Games. I don't know what you were saying. The chat moves quickly. I'm sorry. Cam, will you make a new channel for Pentagon stuff, or will you upload it here? I think we'll just upload it here. For now, at least. He's a troll. Giants fan in Florida, thank you for the $5 super chat. Congrats. Have any ideas on stories you'd like to tackle first? Yeah, I do, but I won't say it publicly just because I want to, you know, ask the questions first and break the stories. I see you get lost games. I don't know if I'm coming to the march in Texas. Have not decided yet. Please ask why Omar hasn't been arrested. I think that's more of a White House question. Remember, these guys, specifically DOW, they don't arrest civilians for committing crimes. Deb DF Sunshine sent a $50 super chat. I am a senior and I'm so happy that you are there for all of us. God bless. Thank you so much. Tell us the pepper spray story again, Cam Higby. Yeah, so, well, which one, first of all? I was in Dearborn within the first 20 minutes probably of being there. I walked across the street and there was a young guy getting harassed. He's wearing an America First hat. I believe he was a Groiper. And, you know, I don't think fondly of the Groipers, but this guy wasn't doing anything wrong. He was literally repeatedly saying, I'm just here to have a dialogue with you guys. This is on the counter-protest side, so there's a lot of Antifa and Muslims. And he said, I'm just here to have a dialogue and talk to you guys and ask questions and whatever. And so this one guy kept touching him and following him around saying, get out of here, you're not welcome, whatever. And so I went up to that guy and I said, why is he not welcome on a public sidewalk? And he said, get that camera out of my face before I take it from you. And then he came chest to chest with me and he grabbed my phone. And so I pushed him back. Phone hits the ground. You guys saw that. He pepper sprays me. Then another person, a Muslim protester, picks up my phone and he says, this is what you get. And I said, I need my phone. I need my phone. He said, you're not getting your phone. Actually, I will give you your phone. And then he flashes the camera on me while we're still live of me suffering from the effects of the pepper spray. And then he chucked my phone across the street, smashing the camera. Kill a Cell Forever, thank you for $2 super chat. Love you, Cam. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Kill a Cell, who's donated like something like 200 members to this stream. Huge. We've been posting a lot more members only stuff. I'm still trying to like supplement some of that for you guys so you guys can get something out of the memberships. So I appreciate everybody's a member. I'm trying to do as many members only streams as I can. Cam, can you tell us how to get to your Amazon wish list? Yeah, the Amazon wish list is linked in the description below this live stream and also below all of my most recent videos. Come to Manhattan. I might if it gets spicy again. Wish I could be a member. You're a member in spirit. I'm worried about Texas. Yes, I'm worried about Texas too. Yes, Lance is sleeping. You can hear him snoring in the background. Are you still tabling for the Fearless Tour? Yes, we are. The universities are just on break right now. And they're going to be on break again soon during Christmas, so. Yeah, Lance is back here sleeping. He's like snoring super loud, disrupting my stream. He got credentialed too. He's now a member of the White House Press Corps too. Fearless Media. We're making waves. Yeah, of course, nothing is changing. I'm still going to be doing protests. I'm still going to be doing tabling and debating. I'm going to be doing everything that you guys have observed and watched and enjoyed on this channel will continue, and it's not going to slow down. Now I just have more stuff to do, right? So if there's not a protest or there's not we don't have a tabling event scheduled or there's not something crazy going on in this place, that place, you might just see me at the Pentagon. You know, maybe we'll be live from the Pentagon or we'll be live from a briefing or, you know, what have you. Maybe I'll be live doing like a debrief of something I learned at the Pentagon that I'm allowed to share with you guys. No, we don't share a bed. I have my own bed over here. Yes, there are so many messages. You can't expect me to read everything. I'm sorry. No, Lance is not my little brother. You got Amazon? Yes, I have an Amazon wish list in the description below. I've got to update it and add a couple things, but there's some stuff on there right now. You must get Pocket certified as an emotional support cat and bring him to the Pentagon. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. When do you start the new gig? Well, it's already started. I mean, I'm now credentialed. I can go to the Pentagon whenever. I'm a new viewer, but just wanted to say congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yo, do you have a dog? I do not. I have a cat. Oh, is that a cat emoji? Yeah, I have a cat. His name's Pocket. Do you plan on being back in Portland anytime soon? It all depends on what Portland looks like. What's Lance's channel? Lance videos on all platforms. Your new hair is awesome. Thank you. I mean, all I'm doing is just like combing it and hairspraying it, but thank you. I appreciate it. Cam looking great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hairspray, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of hairspray. My hair is like completely untamed. Ugh. Yep, his name's Pocket. Do you want to run for something? I don't think I'll pursue public office. Did TPUSA get a desk? Yes. There are several people from Turning Point that are now members of the Pentagon Press Corps. All right, guys, make sure to like the live. I think I'm gonna get caught up. One thing about the Pentagon, there's no service anywhere, so I haven't been caught up on anything all day. There's like people viciously coming for me on Twitter, and I haven't gotten a chance to reply or defend myself at all. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Julie. Congrats, Cam. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Who sleeps like that? I know, he's an animal. Total wild animal. So I think I'm gonna kill it, guys. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much for the super chats. And I appreciate you all. Sound? Can you guys hear me now? Somebody's saying there's no sound. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna, I'll give a backstory sometime, maybe. There's not really any crazy backstory to how this happened. Somebody just reached out and said they were building a new press corps. But yeah, so, all right, love you guys. And I appreciate everything. And I will see you guys later. Check out my Twitter, @CamHigby on Twitter. Make sure to keep up with the absolute firestorm that's going on Twitter there. @CamHigby on Twitter and @CamHigby on Substack. That's where I'm going to be posting now that I have the Washington Post's workload. Now that they have, self-deported from the Pentagon and given me their place. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.